Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone? My
Hey,
dog's being
guys.
obnoxious right now. Hold on.
Becky, I got you. I don't even need to know what it's about. I got you. You're in mine.
Come on.
How's everybody doing tonight?
We are
Good.
good.
Tired, but good.
Yeah, today was a long, draining day. Let's say
Yeah.
hi to everybody
It
and
was
talk about
incredibly long anyway.
this long, draining show that we have to sit here and talk about. Hi, Julie, Perfectly Imperfect. Hi, Coco, Ruth Ann, Elsie, Linda, Maria W, Julie, Ruth Ann, J Freak, Donnell, Barbie, Patty S, Michelle.
Did you see Maria W in the
Yes,
chat?
I
Hey
do.
guys.
Becky S. Okay, so we're trying something new tonight.
Congratulations, Bange.
Before I continue, both me and Addie are streaming this from the same time from both of our channels.
Hello, let me read who's in my chat.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to explain this to the illiterate one.
Wait,
Let me say
I
hello.
don't know, 'cause I don't know. I see everybody's name in duplicate, so and I don't know.
Talking
So
in there.
there's a
it's
little bit
gonna
of
be
confusion on my end, but we're trying something new, and we're gonna see how this works.
I have no
I see
idea what
Perfectly
this
Imperfect in Addie's chat and Perfectly Imperfect in my chat. So
We're basically
I'm gonna
taking
say-
both channels and streaming them at the same time.
right.
Right. I'm gonna say hi to some people in mine.
Yes,
They're all
hi.
the same name, so ditto. No.
There you go. Becky, you got it, Becky. Everybody help Becky out and think of her
Hi,
tonight.
Lorna.
Um,
Mel Mac. Mel Mac, I'm live on 2 channels at once.
right? We're like Dick Clark who controls the
Woo-hoo!
airwaves. Susie B, Pipsqueak. Hi, Mel Mac. Chaos, Sweet Sue, Lorna,
Grace, you're being so extra.
Coco, Rach, Ruth Ann. I think, did I miss anybody on your end, Addie?
That's everybody because it
Okay.
shows you. And any new names you're looking at going, I don't know who that is. That would be mine.
Okay, so let's see how this works out, and then we'll do it like this from now on, because I had no idea you could stream from 2 channels at once.
I did not.
And then
I didn't know.
Addie was also telling me that we could actually also stream this to Instagram and
all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Oh, well, shut the front
Whole
door.
world out
Twitter. You can do it to Twitter, everything.
So we're just getting our feet wet. So if we screw up a little bit tonight, it's because we don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Addie does. So
Learning curve.
Hi, Dawn Marie. Dawn Marie's one of my moderators from Long Crime. So is LCL Linda.
Hi, Dawn Marie.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us.
It's kind of exciting. All right, so hi everybody. So you guys are making me watch this horrible show.
Not for nothing. I'm done with this protest crap. Put a smile on your face and get yourself together, Yates.
Oh, I gotta text Julia. Shoot.
Oh,
our new friend Julia.
She was amazing.
Oh shoot!
I finished watching that. That was really good.
She's in Romania right now. What time is it over there? It's got to be like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Isn't it? It's not backwards.
It's 4:09 a.m.
Maybe we should leave her alone.
Yeah, maybe I feel bad not texting her, but
maybe see if she's awake. If she's smart, she has her phone on.
All right, so wake up call. Hold on, let me find her.
Like, sorry if you're sleeping.
When I talked to her yesterday before her flight, when she was at the airport, I think I said that last night, and she's in Romania now. I just saw a couple of her posts. She's there having a good time, and now why can't I find her phone number? Because that's really annoying.
She must be exhausted.
Unprepared. Let's see. Where? Come on. Sorry. Anybody else that we need to say hi to before?
Let me see.
Oh, I got it.
I got her.
Hey, Julia.
Kaoz, KAOZ 999. If I butchered your name, I'm terribly sorry.
I hope I didn't wake you. Okay, so let's get into this, and we'll see if Julia pops up. We might have to start doing these earlier. Well, I don't know if we can. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Let me start the intro, and then we'll get into it. Where is it? There it is.
That one on. He is. He's fabulous, and he's on the inside scoop. Pull that one on. And he's on the inside scoop.
Dun, 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 dun. That was for you, Maria W. We might need a new intro now. It'd be like John Yates and Friends. I don't know. We might need MTT. You here? You listening? All right. So let's go in order. I'm gonna save. I doubt she's awake, but we'll keep Amanda. Well, thank you, Wicked. We'll keep Amanda.
Thank you, Wicked.
Till the end, in case for some reason, she's a young girl and she's there. Maybe she's out having a good time. And
I figured out why TLC wasn't interested in her, because she's not a hot mess. Who would you want? Her, who was like taking the time to grieve her husband, slowly got back into the dating pool, or your husband died 5 seconds ago and you're calling your boo thing at the funeral?
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is.
yeah, I mean, it looked like from her scenes that Amanda would rather be on fire than there. When she was there, it was just weird. We'll get there. We'll save her for last.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh God. All right. Gino and Jasmine.
I didn't
Jumping right into it. Oh.
Okay.
She is so, listen, I can't watch this. Like, certain people you have to just like fast forward through. I can't do it anymore. I can't. She is so vulgar. And I'm no prude.
Oh no, let's not jump there yet. Because I was
just
right.
I can't listen to the way she speaks.
Okay.
I can't.
I was, the first few minutes. Oh, look, Becky got you covered, Brooklyn, ahead of time.
Becky.
I'll give you 2 hops of the broken horn. There it is. That's what.
Thank you so much, Becky, and I have you in my prayers.
All right, so they're at Gino's. Is it his cousin, his uncle? Whatever. When they were making
It's his uncle.
and they're having their Italian feast. And I was thinking of you, Brooklyn, because I saw a couple things that I was like, huh.
Don't forget they live in Michigan, John.
And even Cody said, I can't wait to hear what Brooklyn has to say about this. So they were rolling their own like fettuccine, right? Which, a real Italian, they do. The old schoolers do make their own their own Italian food, their own pasta.
But how do you say fettuccine in Italian, really?
Fettuccine.
I mean,
There you go.
What is it?
Fettuccine.
There we go.
fettuccine. I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's not like, calamari and galamash. So for me, when they sit down with, it was, what got it for me? It was the Kraft Italian dressing that no one that would be set on fire if you put that.
Everything I saw on this table, I had to keep telling myself, they're in Michigan, Brooklyn. They're in Michigan. They're not in New York. They're in Michigan. They're different.
Okay. Like they're like past no one in their right mind would ever use Kraft Italian dressing. It just ruined it for me. And then like the salad was weird. The way the pasta looked, like it was like the sauce was
No sauce.
Yeah, and then it was like orange.
No sauce. And then there was like the loaf of bread from like the store down the road.
I was like,
Smells delicious. I hope they invite me next time.
You know what? It's
Like-
like I just feel like when you get to those states, it's different. It's just different. Like how many Italians do you think there are in Michigan? Like 10?
when we were in Nebraska, there was like a Italian restaurant, and it was like, this is the place for like real authentic Italian food.
Oh
And
God.
oh my God, me and Cody, when he gets out of the bathroom, like we went there, and I never stuck fit in because Omaha is like blonde. It's like your papers please type of place. Everyone's blonde hair and blue eye. Like I stuck out like a
Exactly,
sore
Dawn
thumb.
Marie.
And the sauce was like Ragu did a better job of making sauce. I'm like, this is the sauce. And I go, oh, this is from Brooklyn. I promise. Go, that's not from Brooklyn. I promise you that. But whatever. It was just.
Well, they think the Olive Garden is like genuine.
Okay, I do like the Olive Garden. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to like the Olive Garden. I worked at the Olive Garden for 2 years.
Passed out. You got her.
Olive Garden for 2 years. I do like the Olive. I know. Listen,
Their dressing is very good. I do like that.
I love their eggplant parm. It's like my
salad. That's it. It's the salad. Everything else is inedible.
favorite. I like Carrabba's. Carrabba's is good. I actually worked there too.
What?
He just lost his Italian card.
I did. But I was only at Carrabba's a short time. But the Olive Garden, I was there for 2 years. So,
Whew.
hey, Center Reach, if you're watching.
Way to start off this live.
I worked at the one in Center Reach by Smith Haven Mall. That's the one I worked at. So yeah, the Italian food was suspect, because I don't know about your family, but my family, you would have like this the sauce, which is called gravy, and like in a gravy boat. Like, yeah, it takes right, like
Really?
It was. Listen. Gino's family, I love his uncle. He's the sweetest little thing. And aside from his one female cousin that looks semi-normal, the rest of Gino's family look like Gino. You know what I mean?
So then they're asking
Special.
they're asking him about the prenup. Here we go. Sorry. Phone calls are rolling in. They're asking about the prenup, and
Now, I just thought it was strange that, like, he needs to grab his balls and be a man. I'm sorry. I think that
he doesn't have balls. I don't think. I
No,
don't think he does.
because she's got them.
I mean, clearly because he can't come inside her. Oh, did I say that out loud? I mean,
You
Jasmine
did.
did. So
Now
why
you
not?
sound like her.
But it's like,
that word.
he always gives in to her. Okay, no, you can't have this $3,000
He's
month.
scared of
He's
her.
afraid of her. Yes.
Well, yeah, you can do it for just a month. And it's just, come on.
He is scared of her. I'm scared of her.
Well, true. I'd be like sleeping with one eye open, like, is she going to stab me?
I mean, listen, guys, let's just be real. Let's just break it down and be real. Did you see the ex-boyfriend? Did you see how good looking he was? Do you see the men walking around in the background in Panama? Do you really think for a second that she thinks that Gino is her stud? Because if she does, then she needs her head examined.
Oh, Becky S., I can't have you talk disparagingly about Carrabba's. I liked actually Carrabba's more than Olive Garden. But,
Becky, I'm with you. Carrabba's. Yeah.
I'm not commenting on any of that.
It's fine. Carrabba's has really good veal marsala. Oh, it's like yummy. So that's what I go to Carrabba's for. Oh God, John eats veal. He's horrible. Well, at Carrabba's I do. So it's delicious. Sorry.
There's just no way, guys. There's no way. Sorry, no way. I don't believe it for a second. I'll never will. It's strange.
I mean, now all of a sudden she wants, like, does he even have children? Do we know?
No, I don't think so.
He has none.
But so she wants him
He wants
to,
one.
sign a will before she even gets married. So in the event that something happens between him now and wedding day, she still gets everything.
Everything. All of it.
And I think
do
that's
we
her
think
plan.
that she's really going to be happy in asshole Bend, Michigan, where Gino lives?
I think they put the Botox too close to her brain.
Again.
And
What about you want to get to America so bad. You want to go live. You love him so much. What about your kids? Like, she's
has
got
kids?
2 young kids.
She does.
2 with special needs.
Wait, she has special needs kids?
2, John. 1 doesn't speak.
I should know this. Wow. Okay.
Well, once again, I have to school you.
It's just like, listen,
She gets so sassy.
when we had on like all of Gino's whores, we interviewed them last year on my channel. There was 3 of them we had on, that all the women that Gino paid for, and Jasmine's one of them. So, I mean, I was just done at that point. And that's why I think like this K1 thing hasn't been approved yet, because he literally bought her on the sugar baby sites.
Yeah.
He was a client, and I don't see any love here. Like, Gino, Jasmine's always saying he needs to prove my love. Like, well, look at last season. On a vacation, she had to go on a different vacation while on the vacation, because he needs to prove how much he loved her.
I just don't understand it. I never hear she's talking about his penis and his problems and butt plugs. Why not?
Well, that's the other
fact
thing.
that you're leaving your children.
So she had to go to get her puss shrunk.
The doctor was like, "What's wrong with you?"
So she had to go get her puss shrunken. What's the word?
Nanny.
It's called
Smaller,
vaginal
tighter.
rejuvenation.
Poo-poo nanny, wasn't it?
And then on the other, and literally on the other side of the dime, she's getting butt plugs to make her asshole bigger. I mean, like, you can't make this up.
Yeah, poo-poo nana. That's what she
Can't
calls
make
it.
it up. Can't make it up.
And we have to hear this. What is this show about now?
You can't make it up.
The first episode, she's there for a push shrink, and her poor friggin' doctor.
I love it.
I welcome all new viewers. Hi, everybody from Addie's channel. This is what we talk about with the show. So.
They're dying.
So she's the first episode, and her poor gynecologist, she's telling him how, she has to pick up a quarter with her lips and all that stuff. And then second episode, she's showing like sizes of different butt plugs that she could put in there and get her asshole all loose for him.
Aren't they pretty?
But is anybody not like?
You're not gonna see
Why
it.
is she so vulgar and disgusting? It's all she talks about. I can't stand it.
I mean, listen, as 2 gay men, you're gonna want a tight asshole, just like the tight puss. I'm just saying.
Same thing.
Here, that's for sure.
You don't want to throw a hot dog down a hallway ever, whichever entrance it goes through.
A hot dog down a hallway. What the hell are we talking about?
We're talking about Jasmine's loose
I'm
puss.
not gonna make it through this.
I'm completely lost. And what does a hot dog have to do with it?
It's a metaphor.
Oh,
Right,
let me
Jordan?
see. I'm visualizing. Hold on.
So, a body part that we don't have that John has. It's a hot
Listen,
dog.
if you have a big opening,
right, I got
a
it,
big
I got
canal, it's like me putting a pen, like this pen, and like something this big.
Got it.
You're not gonna feel it.
Got it. Wish I didn't, but I got it.
A hot dog down the hallway. Yeah. It's
Thank
like,
you, Teddy. That one was strange.
Like
No.
you don't want this big crevasse here.
Got
right?
it. Hot dog hallway big, hot dog small. Got it.
Cody, can you give me a visual here? Do what you just did.
Brooklyn, have we embarrassed
It's
you?
like this.
And
Yeah, my face is red. I'm shutting off.
Right? It's like that.
All right, we got it, Yates.
Okay.
I went to Catholic school.
So did I. I went to Catholic grammar, high, graduate, and undergraduate school.
Can't even
So
show
you can't
myself on
have a
camera.
Catholic school card, okay? Honey. I mean, this is what you want here. Like nice and look. You can't even get it.
Holy
You can't even
cannoli.
get it
This
through
will
the
not
whole
stop.
way. Like something like that. This is
cover my poor
I'll be
dog.
right back, guys. I'm going to church.
I gotta cover my dog's ears. She's just a child.
I'm not Catholic, but I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Or is it that way, or is it? I don't know.
Listen, I didn't put it on TV for us to watch. we're watching it, so there you go. I mean, like, we have to hear it, so I'm just giving helpful
In 90-day
explanations.
history, and we've had some doozies. I don't think anybody has talked the way she talks on this show.
No.
Hands down.
Not even Big Ed, and that says
People
a lot.
talk about Angela. They talk about Larissa. I don't think there was one with Stephanie with the farts. No one talks as bad as she
But the
talks.
farts weren't even on the show with Stephanie.
Whatever. I'm just saying. Throwing it out there.
Okay. So, you know, she's with her girlfriends. We hear about that.
I mean, everybody wants a tight hole.
She
Cody,
definitely wants.
You're not letting it die.
I'm trying to say that she just wants the will, but you know, he doesn't want to ask her to sign a prenup. So I don't know why he just doesn't sign everything over to her now.
Okay, again, going back to this part of the conversation.
That's right.
I don't understand Jasmine's logic either, because she has to get her puss tightened because he can't, like, you know, finish inside of her. I guess because it turns her off because, again, of the hot dog hallway situation. But
I think in her
but
mind,
she's thinking that like if her anus is all loose, that's gonna do it. Like,
no, she figures if
Addie is killing
she
me.
adds a couple of stitches.
I love it.
well,
that-
this ain't getting monetized. Please send super chats now. Cash app super chats.
Both channels if you want to.
Both channels.
Addie's like, this is a great night to do a double channel.
Oh my goodness. This is how we start
but
the
I
double
think if
channel.
she thinks there's a few more stitches in there that physiologically
so
he's not
loose.
going to have a
You got
choice.
double-
He's scared of her.
Well, I know
He's
that,
got
but
another son, like he's petrified of the bitch.
Yes,
He can't
yeah.
finish.
Of course he is. Like,
mean,
I
you
would be
know.
afraid like there's acid inside of her. Like if
Right.
I
mean,
wanted to
you
put
know,
anything down
but
there.
also
I
she
don't know.
doesn't want, you know, to make sure there's a board on her ass so that she doesn't fall in.
She
Holy
made a
hell.
comment one time
Going
that
on.
she made a comment one time that she was going to make sure that if he ever decided to leave her, she was getting the house. So sure, you
What
know
house?
right now
No
she's
one
planning
has
on
a
taking
house.
him for everything.
Georgie, what do you think?
He even switched around and said, "Oh,
Georgie can even take it.
Look. Look at him.
And like, is she gonna be happy in Michigan?
No.
In like
No. Not at
It
all.
is
She's going to
cold,
end up
man.
moving to like Miami or something.
She's
She's
coming
gonna
from
have to
like
be
a place
closer
like
to a
close to like the equator where it's just always warm and nice
Right.
and pleasant. And going to Michigan and like
Never gonna work.
beach. Yeah, no.
so she could eat like Kraft Italian dressing with the cousins that hate her. I
Really
don't
quick,
know.
can I say hi to somebody?
Yes.
My longtime friend from 1983, Becky. It's Rebecca Tiger Fanatic in the chat. She's my
Hi, Rebecca.
basically sister.
Hi.
Rebecca.
I don't see her. Where is she?
She is in my chat, so you'll see her on the thing towards it. Say hi, Becky.
Hi, Rebecca, Becky, Tiger.
Yes.
I hope you're nice and tight.
Jesus Christ.
Otherwise, don't call Gina. Oh, I see her. Hi, Rebecca. Sorry. Listen, you're making me watch a show, and I said I was going to be as blunt as a spoon. So here we are.
Hi, peace.
Anything else that we need to discuss with Gino and Jasmine?
It's just,
hold
I
on.
have to say one thing. I just think that it's so plotted and planned for the family to ask for the prenup because they've watched the show. They know that he's got to go there now, make drama to be on the show. And the best drama would be to ask her to sign a prenup, which he's never going to do. Or if he does do, he's going to tell her first that it was a setup for drama.
Oh my god! And then we had to watch them make out at the airport, whatever that
Oh,
force.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
that's
was
what
that?
horrendous.
and it was so awkward. Like they both. She looks like a terrible kisser.
Yeah, they're both
her
awkward.
lips are
They're
all
both
hard.
that way.
He's very, very, very clumsy.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, all of him is from the tip to the bottom to the.
Yep.
But it just like she gets my vote for the most cringe person ever.
Horrific. It's
And
horrible.
by the way, do you see how she looks in her confessionals now with all the work she's got done to her face?
Tons
Do you
of
see
work.
when you're watching the show and like they're taping and you see her at the airport or with her
Yeah.
girlfriends with the butt plugs or the doctor, hot dog in the hallway, like her face is completely different. And now in her confessionals, her face, she looks like Larissa, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like,
yep,
you can see the
agreed.
contouring, all of it.
Agreed.
So,
But it just, and then she's talking in the airport how, if they weren't in a public place, it's like, oh my God, like jump in the shower.
I mean, I have a question. Does this woman work? Because she's got two kids.
work. What?
She used to, when we met her, she said she was a teacher.
Oh yeah, she was. Well, hold on. She said she was an English teacher. I'm
English
so sorry for
professor.
all those Panamanian students that are speaking English like Jasmine.
Right.
Okay, that's number one.
Right.
Two, she said that she had got fired from it. I think on the first episode, she said that she got fired from a job because she's dirty and gross on TV. I mean, I'm paraphrasing there, but that's my assumption why she got fired from her job.
So you have two kids. Your mother's raising one of them. Your ex-husband's raising the other one. And you're going around doing all this plastic surgery and having vaginal rejuvenation and taking care of yourself very well, but you don't work. Okay.
But she
gotcha.
also said that Gino released the pictures, which caused her to lose semi-nudes of her, which caused her to
Annie,
lose.
I think that's for you.
Oh, it is. Oh, thank you, yay!
Now I see whose side you're on, Donnell. I just heard from Julia. She wants to come up.
Okay.
All right.
Yay,
So let's,
come on up.
I guess let's switch to a man. Well, let's keep talking about Jasmine. How do I text this to her? Shoot. How do I do this? Wait, I got it.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay. But it just, it's.
Thank you, Becky.
I agree with Brooklyn. Like, Jasmine is just so vulgar. I mean,
Too
it's
much.
one thing to be kiki and kakan with your, girlfriends or whatever and, getting down and dirty, but
It's constant.
yeah, it's.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
too
trying to
much for me.
navigate the waters here,
That's
trying to
okay.
get Julia up here.
It's okay. But it just, I'm not a fan of hers. I don't buy that they're in love with each other for a nanosecond.
No, I think he
Oh,
loves
God.
her. I don't think
Well,
it's
do
the
you
other way
think, like,
around.
okay, like, what does he love about her? Though, like, obviously, he's not getting the job done in the bedroom,
John,
right?
he's like 58 years old. He's awkward. He's got a million different issues, and she's a hot thing, and they're on a TV show, and he's obsessed with her.
Wait, which one is that from, Donnell? I don't. Is that
That's
for me or for
yours.
Addie?
That's yours. Yeah, that's yours.
Yay! I guilted Donnell for $5. There it is. This is new, and I'm really enjoying this, to be honest with you. I didn't know how it was going to work in the beginning because I was talking to Addie before, so I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work. But I actually really like this right now. It's a lot of fun having new people in the chat, and I like this. I like it a lot.
Definitely.
Thank you, Tanya.
I'm waiting for hey Franca, hey Tanya. I'm waiting for Julia to join. I gave her the link.
Yes.
So
The StreamYard doesn't tell us who's in whose chat. I can tell because I have them. I have both chats up.
it's a real roll of the dice. And thank God Addie thank God Addie knows like what she's doing like from a long time, and she knows how to navigate like chats and stuff, because I'm horrible at this. So but it's fun. So I don't know. All right, so Julia's not up yet. Should we I don't want to talk about Amanda until she's up. Should we talk about the catfisher?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so Tyree Williams. That's my
I felt
name.
bad for him. I really did.
Williams. So we got a new Williams
We
situation
do,
here.
unfortunately.
But I will say, when you are interacting with a scammer, you 100% wholeheartedly believe, you don't believe it. Yes, they got hacked. Oh, there was a girl at one time behind it. And it's not true. So I think TLC did a huge disservice to everyone involved to allow him to finish filming.
Well, didn't he have a
Rebecca, I
choice?
don't know which membership you joined, but welcome to either party. Okay, there you go. There it is.
That's my longtime. That's my Becky from. She,
Keep going.
Didn't he have a choice? Didn't they say we found this out? If you don't want to film, we'll release it. And he chose to continue, right, Wicked?
Correct. Yes. Well, he basically wants to go to Barbados to try to hunt this would-be
hold on. I
Canada.
got Julie here, late from Romania. Hey, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi. Good
Good
morning.
What
morning,
time is it
Julie.
there? It's 5 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4:30 right now.
Well, you're a trooper.
You are a
You're
trooper.
coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, first off, how's your trip been so far?
It's great. I always have the best time when I'm here. The Romanian people, they treat me so nice. The culture is great. The food is great. The drinks are great.
Are you also in Bucharest?
I am right now, yes.
Oh my God! Can you find Rosvan?
I should, right?
Right. Listen, it should be easy.
I'm
He should be
sure
in
it's
some
easy
public.
to
He should be
find
in some public place with his shirt off on TikTok, asking people to unbutton his buttons.
Right.
So it should be very easy to find him.
No, I'm sure it is pretty easy. On social media, I'm sure it will be easy to find him.
Yeah, I know Claudio is curious to see who he is because he hasn't watched the 90 Day Fiance yet.
So for you guys who don't know who Julie is, she was going in talks with production to be on 90 Day. She has almost an identical story to Amanda's, but Julie came first, and Julie is with Claudio, right, in Romania, and Amanda's at Razvan in Romania, and we had Julie on was a few nights ago. We spoke, me and her, about the similarities, and it was really, really interesting. So that's who she is, in case you're wondering that.
Quite a few similarities.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
So let's skip ahead to her part. So what were you thinking when you were watching Amanda's segment on the show?
I mean, so when I was watching it, a lot of the things she was saying, I was like, oh my gosh, that's almost verbatim what I told the producers. A lot of the things she was saying. And then some of it almost seemed believable. Okay, maybe it is her own story. I can't tell. It's really hard to tell because it's just too similar. It's very eerie to me. And then also some things are just okay, if her story is different from mine, I know exactly what she's going through with the whole dating.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, you guys going through very similar situations.
Right. So but to me, what I'm thinking is her friend, I don't remember her name, the blonde girl that she talks to on the show, is so right. She's kind of just looking to replace something. She's looking for a feeling, because I went through that after my husband passed away. I was just looking to fill a void.
But if I could interject, you didn't do it while you were still at the wake.
No, absolutely not.
But you're right. I was saying that to John on the last live about this show about Amanda, that the friend was giving her some damn good advice. She wasn't hearing it because she's in another place. And I was also saying that, my aunt, her husband just passed away, and they're only 45 years old. And right away, she was looking to fill a void. Not as soon as Amanda, but it's you're empty and you only know life with that other person, right? So
Right.
Now you're alone trying to figure this shit out, And I understand that, but for her, it's just way too soon.
Right. And it's also impossible to find the next great love of your life after you've lost a great love, because I had to I dated, but I think I probably only dated maybe 2 or 3 people in the span of 2 years before I met Claudio. And I wasn't even looking for Claudio when I met him. It was kind of on a fluke how we met.
But yours happens also, from what I remember the other night, yours happened a little bit more organically.
Right.
Yeah.
And much to your credit, you allowed yourself some healing time and your kids healing time. And, it's not like you ever get over it, but, I was telling them, I was like, who would you pick? Julie, who's got a good head on her shoulders, took some time, like proceeding cautiously, or Amanda, who's, coming in guns a-blazing.
Well, I think maybe that's what the producers probably liked.
Right.
They wanted the drama and stuff. But
'Cause
also,
it took you like a couple, if I remember correctly, a couple of years, right? After.
yeah. Also, I did a ton of therapy. I did therapy 2 times a week.
Well, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, because I was really messed up in the head.
Sure.
Like when she said the only reason why she gets up is like to feed and take care of her kids. Like that's what I had mentioned. It's like the only reason why I would wake up after my husband passed away is to literally change diapers and feed my children.
I relate so much to what you're saying because my aunt, who's like my sister, because she's 45 and I'm 40, she literally has said to me at one point, because it's only been 2 years, and she said to me about a year ago, she was like, thank God I have my daughter because I don't think you guys get it. I have to wake up to get her to school, to do things for her. But like, I don't want to be here. And that scared the crap out of me. But that's how she felt. That was her truth. If it wasn't for her daughter, she felt no reason to continue.
Yeah, I literally wanted to like shrivel up. Like I wanted to stay under the covers, curtains closed, stay in the dark and just cry all day.
Yep.
Like some days I would do that before I got the help I needed, but I mean, thank God I had to like force thank God for my children. They were like my saving grace. Yep. But as far as like Amanda is concerned, I have no idea how she is acting like that didn't happen. Like,
well, when you watch her and you see her, okay, so now you know that this is like 6 months after her husband passed away. So when you see her fly there and you see her messing around with him, they're talking about the tissues and all that stuff. Do you feel like, dude, what are you doing? Like, girl, what's wrong with you?
I mean, I feel like and the simplest way to put it is like, I feel like she's just looking for dick, like she's horny. And
right.
I get
it.
No, trust me. Don't worry about what you're saying because we just went to a whole tutorial about how Jasmine's loose. So don't like. I don't know if you've been watching this from the beginning, but we just went into very graphic detail about. I'm
gonna rewatch that because
watch the beginning. You don't know what you just walked into. Actually,
as Dorinda would say, the Holland Tunnel.
Hot dog down a hallway.
Yes.
And let me ask you, since you're in Romania right now, and I was looking at the weather because I'm like being like a sleuth with this now. Would you? You're from like California?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the weather like there in Romania right now? Would you say it's like normal? Is it hot, summery? Like
right now, it's kind of similar to California because before I left California, it was gloomy. Here it's more sunny, but then it goes gloomy, and then yesterday it was raining a little bit. But
similar to New York.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's
they have like degrees in Celsius there. I don't get Celsius.
Yes, yeah, I don't get it either.
God, they're like it's 28 degrees out. I'm like, is that hot, cold? I don't know. Like I don't
Italy, it's the same, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
They say it's like 28 degrees. You just double that, and then I think and then add 20. Oh, and then add 20 something. I guess I don't know.
That's too much math for me.
Yeah, he's smart. He's the brain. I'm the beauty. So
because the reason why I ask is because we see her in Romania, and we see because her husband died March 19th of that year, right? So. Then you hear Razvan saying that they've been together for 4 months. So that goes from March. So you get April, May, June, July. So July, it looks like they're there in the middle of like a summer because the temperatures are like, the same. Because I went to Wikipedia. I looked up Bucharest.
Wearing shorts and a tank top.
And the temperatures were the same as if they would be here. So I was like, huh, you know, it seemed like, I hate to say it, but the body wasn't even cold before, but by the time she's and
But when did they actually start filming?
Oh my, yeah. Because you know what? It actually, like when I was going back and forth with the producers, they were super on it with my story. Like as soon as I had emailed them my story, right away I got like an email back. And then the very next day they called me. So I mean, I don't know. Like the process seemed like it was starting to happen pretty quickly. And then when, they told me they didn't want me for like 90 Day Fiance, they were like, well, they were like, I mean, they asked me to apply for the K1 visa and I just wasn't ready. So then we hadn't talked for a little bit. And then later on, they reached out again for going on a different one, which I think I sent you the emails.
you should like the other way or yeah.
Yeah, and then I just don't like, and then I reached out again, and then they got back to me, and we were going back and forth, and then I just don't know exactly why they never contacted me back.
Will they even take you if you're not applying for the visa and talking
That's
about
the whole point of before the 90
I have
days.
to apply for it, I think.
Right. So if you didn't apply for it, that's why it was.
No, that's BS because the whole point of before 90 days is to try out, and like it's when they first go there and they meet the person in person. Like you don't have marriage on your mind yet. That's the whole premise of the show.
Okay,
You're
so I
going
didn't know how
there
that worked.
to meet your person for the first time or second time, and to see if you want to pursue
Right.
the K1 visa. So and the acceptance rate of this show of marriages is like, I would say 8% of everybody that's ever been on this show. There's only a handful of people that actually are still together and got married.
True.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I really couldn't say why I wasn't chosen, but it was just like super eerie when like, yeah, my sister, she sent me a video of everything she was saying, and I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like my story. And then I told Claudio the next day, and he was like, I think they stole your story. And I was like, you know what, I think you're right, because yeah, everything I'm hearing, except there's just few differences, like with Rizvan being the TikToker and whatever, and it's like I have all of that he has. Like I have the social media stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So is Claudio more like low key? What was he like?
He's very introverted, except he's covered in tattoos, so people look at him anyways. So it's kind of like, you're introverted and you don't want this attention, but you're very bright and colorful, so people stare at you anyways. I can have him like come over. He's like in bed right now trying to sleep, but he's like just listening to what we're saying.
Oh, I feel bad. I don't want to keep you. I know it's like
Yeah.
almost 5 a.m. there. So and like go to bed, girl, and then we'll talk. We'll do like a follow up like during
Nice
the day.
meeting you, Julia.
Yes, nice meeting
and
you.
then maybe we can have like both you and Claudio up. I know if he's introverted, and you can say hi or something like that.
Yeah, he's right here.
Is he awake? Don't show him sleeping.
He is awake.
Oh, there he is.
Hi.
I'm sorry that all us crazy people are keeping you awake right now. Hi.
I'm from New York.
I hope you guys are having a good time. He's like, shut this off. Let me see.
He's actually like him and his friends are throwing a tattoo convention. That's why I'm out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, are you a tattoo artist?
I'm not. Actually,
Okay.
the funny thing is why we connected is because we both used to work and be shop managers.
Gosh, okay.
Which is kind of funny and weird. Yeah, so he has to be up early anyways to go set up and put that on.
We'll do something during the day when it's like, at a normal hour for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know. I'm here.
I felt bad like texting you at 4:00 in the morning anyways, but but we'll do a follow up when like it's better.
Yeah, I was getting a phone call and I saw that you had texted and I was like, oh my God, yeah, like I would love to. But I had to ask Claudio and yeah, he was okay with it. But yes, we are Istanbul. We're here. We're just, we're doing
That's a long ass flight.
it is a flight, yes.
How many layovers did you have before you go? I'm curious.
One, but there's been times where I've had 2 layovers, and that's a lot.
Like California, it's like what, JFK and then JFK to Romania?
No, actually, the layovers are usually in Europe. So, like, I'll do like California to like Germany or California to London. This
God,
time,
that's a long flight. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I couldn't do it.
yeah, it is long. The things we have to go through.
The things you do for love, though, right?
Yeah, right. And dick.
There you go. Amen, sister. Well, I'm happy that you're having a good time so far, and I can't wait to hear more about what's going on.
Yeah, I'm glad you reached out. It's super fun talking to you, and it was very nice meeting all you ladies.
You too, sweetie.
Likewise.
Have a good night.
Okay, yeah, so I'm definitely going back to sleep.
Go get some rest.
All right, bye.
Bye,
Bye.
honey.
Bye.
That was really nice of her to hop on real quick. I
Yes,
felt really bad.
very.
She seems
Alright,
very sweet.
well,
I like her.
I wouldn't have been able to operate my phone at that hour.
She looked like she was like, so that's all. I'm like, yeah. That's like me going live when I'm in the middle of when I just woke up, which I've done, and they've not come out well. So, all right. So we're back on Amanda. So let's just keep talking about Amanda.
Thank you, MC. New member. We don't
She
know
upgraded.
who.
She upgraded her membership. Thank you, MC.
Thank you, MC.
Who is that? You
For
or me?
yours.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, MC.
Well, not that you
I'm
guys
not
need
putting
to
mine up on
here.
the screen. I'm saying hi to them here because I don't want you to be confused.
Appreciated. So,
Just want to remind everyone real quick. I know I'm like repeating myself, but any super chats are appreciated because they're going to a good cause right now.
Yes,
Yes.
they are. Cash App, Venmo,
Every
Yes.
dollar counts, and John will never
Uh-huh.
ask, so I'm asking for him because you'll all know one
money
day where they're going to.
orders.
I'll take a roll of pennies. Do people still roll pennies? Like my great grandmother used to do that and just that little penny cup. You guys still roll penny or dimes and nickels and change?
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
no on that one.
No,
My
is
dad
that a
had
lost art?
a coin-operated bank that would automatically sort it.
Yeah, but if you go to coin store, they take like so much of your money.
Right, but my dad had a bank with like each cylinder held each different denomination of money, and then you just turned it on and it separated it out.
Oh,
And then you just have to throw it in the wrappers and then take
That
it
was
to the bank.
fancy.
well, yeah. Aren't you fancy?
Fancy schmancy.
It was like $20. I'll show it to you.
Bougie. All right, so back to Amanda and Razvan. All right, so he's doing a thing with the buttons, and that would annoy me. Like, should I pop one more button, like in the
Yeah.
town square there? Like,
I'll pay you to button it back up again. Go up one.
Yeah.
No,
And we find that Razvan was married for a hot minute and things didn't work out.
he met this woman. They were, I guess, dating for a month, and then they got married, and that lasted 6 months. And what did he say that it didn't work out because she didn't like his hustling ways? Like
I didn't quite understand why they didn't work out. I didn't know if
Yeah,
it was-
I don't really know. Like, I didn't get why they didn't work out. But I have to tell you, I don't mind him. I kind
See,
of like
Becky-
him.
Pep had one. Pep had one. They're not expensive.
But why is it now that everybody who's on this show is either a rapper, a singer, an actor,
Well, what do you think?
an influencer? Like, it's always like the same thing now. It's just annoying.
But I wonder if like Bravo, if they do come up with
Bravo.
some. Right. No, I'm saying, but like Bravo gets a cut if the housewives or whatever start their own business. Bravo gets a cut of that. Bethany Frankel was smart enough to say, no. Any product I come up with is 100% my own. And so now it's they call it the Bethany clause because she was smart enough not to give any of her skinny girl away.
Look at Wicked pulling out the law facts.
Right there. And
I
like,
love that.
I'm trying to think of like other housewives lines. Like
The Cynthia Bailey eyewear.
or Kenya Moore hair care.
Kenya Moore hair care, naked, naked
What about
hair.
all Candy's with
Oh,
her
forget
plays and all those business ventures? Like I can't see Bravo taking money out of Candy's pocket.
But I think if it's kind of like their trade-off to where, okay, we'll allow you to promote this on the show, but you're also going to give us a cut.
It makes sense. They're going to get something for promoting. They're not going to get nothing.
Right.
Kathy Hilton, poor Kathy Hilton and her tequila that nobody that she could never promote.
Exactly.
Everybody got mad at.
Crystal Jenner, who got more,
What about Lisa Rinna and all her QVC stuff and like her makeup line and
I don't know if it goes to what you had pre-existing,
Right.
but it goes towards, like Cynthia Bailey eyewear. How long did she talk about that?
So if you come up with an idea once you're a housewife, like I'm on the show, I'm John, and I come up with a way to tighten a hole, let's say.
Well, you did the CD player, the hallway, the hot dog. You have
Right.
5 different ways right in front of you.
Right. So, John Yates' whole tightening experience. Then if I'm promoting that after I've been on the show, then Bravo is going to take a cut
Right.
of my tightening procedure.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's fair, right? Like you're on the show.
Well,
But then Margaret has her Macbeth collection. What
Right,
about
she
what
had that
about
before.
Melissa and Envy?
Yeah, it's if it precedes the show, then they don't get a part of it. But if it's something that you come up with
Yeah,
while you're on
listen.
the show,
if they would have to pay for a commercial, right? Now this is
Exactly.
bigger than a commercial.
What about Soulja Boy? Like, are like the records that he's dropping? Is he getting? Well, no, he's on 90 Day. He's just getting free advertisement, and like we believe anything he says. Anywho, all right. So back to the topic at hand. All right. So she's there. He has the rose petals on the bed. She looked like she wanted to be on fire. I don't know.
You went all the way there.
and I
Do
think
you
it's.
not think you're going to sleep with him? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, did anyone think that they should have gotten like a hotel or a B&B for like the first couple of nights? I mean,
I would have wanted that.
If you had no desire, or not desire, but if you weren't planning on being physical with him, why are you sleeping in his bed?
right.
But he's also like a stranger.
Right.
Right.
It's like,
I don't care how many times you FaceTimed him, whatever. He's a stranger, and you're in like in a strange land.
I just, I felt it would have been.
With small children home.
Right.
Yeah.
That she should be with because they're, she gets no sympathy from me. I made that very
Because
clear.
guess what?
I made that very clear.
This is still going to be around when they get
I-
older.
Oh,
Oda
yeah,
has
we're
sympathy
getting
from
it. So
me.
it's not going nowhere.
And so when the little boy comes up and says, "Mommy, you told me you were sleeping on the couch. Why is you with this dude in his
Yeah,
underwear?"
why is it the son, the 4-year-old, like, let me see the bedroom?
But that's a thing with kids.
It is.
It's like,
It is.
where's your
It is.
car?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, my car's over there. Well, can I go see it?
And also, let's be real.
Okay.
He may have said, show me his couch, show me his kitchen, but they're only going to show and edit, show me the bedroom, right?
Right. It is just a little kid curiosity
It is.
of where's this?
And like, listen, now, like her kids, if they're watching, are gonna know her mom's a big fat liar because she slept in the bed and not on the couch, as she stated. Again, screw up your kids more, Amanda.
As a parent, I'll put it to this
Sorry.
way. My son's a teenager. I still haven't gone away without him, with just my husband. You get nervous. As a parent, I'm nervous to go to another state without my kids, let alone another country. And they're little, our
stranger.
children. I don't know.
I'm putting this up.
Thank you, Tanya Chapman.
Thank you, Tanya.
But I do. I just think, I get it that she's there for, a limited period of time. They're ultimately going to be spending, a whole bunch of time together in the weeks. But I just think for like the first 3 or 4 days, maybe have that neutral ground.
Yeah.
And then go into it, because I don't know. For me, like it would have freaked me out if he's sitting there in his, underwear. It's like, could you at least put on a pair of shorts? I realized there was not a big difference, but put a
Not
pair of
these
shorts
days.
on.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we can just snuggle. Yeah, just snuggle.
You just flew for like 20 hours. I don't know.
So I just, I thought it would have been respectful on his part to say, we're
Take
going to
it
stay at
slow.
yeah. Or for
Yeah,
him, like, why not him give up his
Sorry,
bed?
guys.
and he
I'm
can
getting
go?
tightened right now as we speak. Just give me one more moment.
Brooklyn, we're going to have to put him in timeout again.
I don't know. This whole situation is like strange. It's just strange to me.
Yeah.
The timeline is strange. The whole thing is just weird.
I just feel so bad for her kids. I mean,
Yeah.
I lost my dad 2 years ago, and I lost him as an adult, and I can't imagine
Right.
like how
they process it.
Yeah, how they process it. It's just sad.
Yeah.
But again, we have that one topic. Somebody's not really agreeing with the relationship. The friend, remember the friend said that she was worried because Amanda's husband had just died. She's worried that her heart may not be ready to accept him right now.
Right. And what happens if she and this guy don't work out and, she's head over heels in love
What
with
happens
him?
when this doesn't work out? I mean, like, come on.
Well, I mean,
It's not going to work out. I mean, come on.
She has the next.
Her kids are 7 and 4.
Right.
So, are we good with them?
Hold on. And then she was like, what did Amanda
Oh,
say?
who was that hoe he was talking to when he was there? Who was that girl? In
His
Romania?
friend.
Oh, his friend? Okay.
Yeah.
I wrote, who's that hoe? Verbatim on my
He said-
notes.
Oh, so
He worked with her at one point, was it?
yeah.
I'm sure he really worked with her.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah. Worked together or they trained together. It was for the movie stuff. I mean the movie stuff he likes to do.
I think we have some live footage from Panama right now.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
Hold on. Just
I played my
teeny
breaking
shot.
news clip, but I can't play that anymore because I got yelled at from YouTube. Give me 1 second.
Can I just say, like, Amanda said, maybe I'm ready for a relationship. Maybe I'm not. You think you should have figured that out before you got on a
you flew
plane?
to Romania.
Like, if you're not, it's okay not to be okay. Why are you flying halfway across the world to meet this dude who you broke up with 17 times?
Why are you putting yourself in that situation?
Exactly.
Until you're 100% ready.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm afraid of what John is going to do.
Oh, no, I think it's Cody.
But then she also...
More attention to the men behind the mirror over here.
But then she also talks about how she thought it was weird that there were tissues by the bed.
I know.
I'm like, I've got tissues by my bed.
I was going to say, my husband has tissues next to the bed. What's so weird about that?
I'm like, maybe you get a runny nose in the middle of the night. But, and then he's like, oh, well,
I hate you so much.
maybe you need them. Maybe you need to
Strange.
blow your nose. Maybe you need to, I guess, wipe something off. I don't know.
Very strange.
But I didn't think of tissues by the bedside as anything more than you might need some tissues by your bedside.
I did. I would have more if there was a bottle of lotion.
Come on, Gino. Harder. Come on, Gino. Gino, come on, you know man.
God.
Gino, come on. Gino. Sorry. I mean, like, this is just live footage. That's for you guys, not me.
I got to say, that hat and shirt was very Gino.
Needed to be
Spot
down
on
for
with
the
Gino.
down to here.
Cody got the Gino spot on.
He's so goofy.
I touched your
Hot off the presses.
You know,
But
guys,
it's
people
just,
ask why I do this. It's a real, it's a full service job, really.
and we
I'm
appreciate
telling
it.
you.
We are here for you. I can't wait to see the beams of that tomorrow. People on Reddit are
Just wait to see where they're taking that clip.
people
John.
on Reddit are already
Just
working.
wait.
They're typing their fingers to the core right now.
You gave them all the ammo they need.
I have to say that needs to be a little bit tightened also.
Well, maybe Jasmine can send me her doctor's info.
You know, listen. One more thing on the Amanda situation. You know, she said and he said that she's only ever been with her husband.
Hold
She
on.
met him at like 16. She's never slept with anyone else. You know, so like
I always need a cigarette after a good fist in. Go ahead.
There you
Brooklyn,
go.
you were saying?
You're going to Romania. You've never slept with anybody but your husband in your whole life. I can relate. And you're going to Romania to meet this guy. Why didn't you get yourself your own room? You know, get to know him. You've never had sex with another man.
And I wouldn't want an Airbnb either. I want to be in like a hotel room. Like I don't want to be in some like I want to be like at like the Motel 6 Bucharest. I don't care. It doesn't have to be like 4 stars because I'm a low budget girl clearly. But I
Just for the security.
yeah, like I don't know. I've seen Taken Part 1, 2, and 3, and I don't trust any of it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just feel like it would be so strange being with someone. You know, I'm with my husband since I'm 17 years old, and I've only ever been with my husband. So that I thought of myself in that situation. God forbid something happened to him. It would just be a whole other world I know nothing about, and it would be super strange. But to go there 4 or 5 months later and to stay right in his house, right in his bed, it's just
it's weird.
crazy.
I'm on board. I cannot agree with it more. I mean, at least the first couple of days, like you know,
right.
And he's this big influencer, and he makes all this money, and like it shouldn't be that big of an issue for her to say it's some like hotel. I don't know, weird.
And again,
Like, we should ask Julie how much like a hotel cost in Romania.
Damn it! I'm not going to text her again because she probably just went back to sleep.
I'll Google it.
But again, you know, it's very different when you've only been with one man your whole life, and I know that feeling, and I just don't know anyone else. I don't know anything else, and I can't imagine how like strange that must be.
Poor Addie. First time we ever do a live on both our channels at once, and I'm talking about hot dogs and hallways, and I gave a tutorial about us.
It's been disgusting.
Loosened up.
It's okay.
Addie's like, oh my God, what did I sign up for? Hi, everybody from Addie's.
Okay, so in Bucharest, and granted, we don't know what's like a good part, bad part of town, but it looks like you can go from 43 up to.
Now, is that euros? Are they on the euro system? Do they have?
I think they use euros in Romania.
I mean, Europe, it's all of Europe, but I just don't know each individual.
Well, it's not all of Europe. It's not every country.
You're right. I take that back.
In the EU. Most of them are. Most of them are. I mean, like England, United Kingdom just left. But for the most part, the majority of the European countries are in the Union.
Yes.
So there a 5-star stay is as low as $75, which appears to be in downtown Old Town Bucharest.
Did you ever watch Euro Trip? Did you ever watch that movie Euro Trip?
And the most expensive is $200.
They were like in some like weird, like Bratislava, like it was like Eastern European and like very like, you know, dreadful. And like they had like 15 cents. And with that 15 cents, they got this 5-star hotel room. Well, no one's seen it on here, so if someone's seen it in the chat, it's that's what I'm talking about. And like, do you get a breakfast, Susie Bella?
Yeah.
Do you get a continental breakfast? Coffee? Free Wi-Fi?
Something? Anything?
Conditioner and soap? You know, when you go like to the really shitty, now listen, I've been into my share of shitty hotels when you're in the bathroom and there's like not even conditioner or soap, you're like, oh, it's like
You were at the scary motel.
Becky
That
yes knows what I'm talking about.
Or
There
they,
we are.
or they give it to you, or they give you stuff and it's so bad you can't rinse it out of your hair or get it off your skin, and you're like,
sitting there for 3 years.
All right, so are we good with them?
Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, that's all I wanted to say. I just think it would be super awkward, super weird, and I don't understand, the whole staying in the bed together thing.
Right.
Maria
And I just
W. Are you still here, Maria W? Pop Tarts and Senka. That's my continental breakfast too.
right. But I mean, maybe I'm ready for a relationship. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. You should have decided that when you got on the, before you got on the plane.
100%.
All right, can we go back to the catfisher?
Sure.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Tyree.
Little Tyree.
So, production steps in and tells him that the name is Christian, and he doesn't want to believe it.
Yes, that there had to have been some feelings, because scammers are good. They really are, especially when they've been in the game for a while.
Yeah, they're great, but it's been 3 years.
4.
Like 3 years.
4
4
years.
years. They've never FaceTimed.
And that is like a huge red flag.
But he's also like 35, still a virgin. Like, he's a sweet, sweet man. But I mean, come on.
And he's also a very private person, according to his siblings. And so he's not going to.
So private that he's going to announce this on the biggest cable TV show.
John,
I'm private.
John.
Yeah, shut up. I'm sorry. Not you, Addie, but like, no, you're not private.
I was waiting for that from you, John.
What?
I was waiting for you to say something like that. I'm like, so private. Why don't we come out to our family on a huge cable network show?
The biggest cable network show on Sunday nights for like the last decade.
Seriously.
With 8 million spinoffs. But guys, I'm private. I keep things close to the vest. I don't want anybody knowing anything about me.
But why would you not tell, your sis? You have camera crew coming. Why would you not tell your siblings ahead of time? You live with your mom. Weird.
And like, they wanted to talk to me, mom's here. We'll go outside. And then like, I want to say I feel bad for him, but at the same time, like, bro, like.
That's where I'm coming from. He's sweet. I feel bad he's sad. I feel bad he's disappointed. But dude, come on.
Never FaceTiming somebody in 4 years. And then you start giving them money.
Well, the one time that they did, the video quality wasn't great.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure.
You know what I've learned from this show? I've learned from 90 Day Fiancé? I've learned that people in the hills that live on pig farms have iPhones. In pig farms in the Philippines, they live in wooden shacks and they have iPhones. So
we'll get to the Philippines in the shack in a second.
But I'm just saying, I mean, in the history of watching the show, it's like they don't have shoes. Remember Rose? She didn't have a bed. She didn't have shoes, but she had an iPhone.
Listen, I was thinking about Rose when they were showing.
So was I, John. So was I.
I was like, which place would you go? Would you die faster at? Rose's shack or I don't know, Violet, whatever her name is.
Violet.
Violet shack. Oh my God.
I would stay at Rose's.
But they have iPhones because they're guys that are, or whoever it is buying them for them.
Addie. We have like little villages, and we're in the outskirts of Rome where our house is. We live about 2 hours. I call it the Suffolk County of Rome. We live about 2 hours from the Vatican City, right? And I'm telling you, there's like 3 miles, a little house, 3 miles, a little house. And these old women FaceTime. They don't wear shoes, but they FaceTime.
Hey,
so the
priorities.
days of saying that you don't have an iPhone to FaceTime are over, done.
So
I mean, there has to be something in your head that says something isn't right. Why is this person not talking to me?
Okay. First of all, what's wrong with him? Depression, severely overweight, shy, definitely has a shit ton of issues. So you accept it because this conversation and this talk, this person makes you happy for the moment, and you have something to look forward to. You make yourself believe whatever
Oh, yeah.
reason they're telling you is true.
But sometimes you have to take a look at yourself and say,
No
like,
self-esteem.
who do you think, like, who's like my favorite actor currently? I'll say Shamar Moore. Okay. So if Shamar Moore comes looking at me, I'm like, oh, hey, sometimes I need to look at myself and say, am I cute enough to bag Shamar Moore? Or am I
It's always
more
Shamar Moore
of
with you.
like,
I don't know if you realize that, but you have some obsession with this Shamar Moore.
I love me some Shamar Moore. I do. He can baby girl me anytime he wants.
Big girl.
Whew.
Every time
Mm-mm-mm.
she uses an example, it's
Liam-
Shamar Moore.
Liam and Chris Helmsworth, they're two other cuties. Mm-mm.
She's so funny.
Are you laughing at? Did you catch what I just said, Addie? Is that what you're laughing at?
Oh, no.
What'd you do, John?
Oh, hold on. Wait, I don't know. Where'd you send it?
No, I didn't send anything.
Oh.
I changed my
Oh!
Oh my God.
I should say toy.
Boy.
Okay, so next scene, he's with his sister and his brother, and they're going out to eat, and then the production comes in and they're gonna play, the recording that this Christian guy who is supposed to be Williams or whatever, and he can't hear a word of it. He storms out,
He
and
didn't even make it through the first 3 seconds.
not even past the first word.
Right.
Never
The
saw.
minute he heard that voice,
person get up so
voice
fast.
that he's in love with, he was out.
Yeah, it was
It's
just
sad.
sad. I mean, TLC again, chop it off before it gets started.
He has convinced himself that he is in love with this person, and even when they're telling him it's a man, there's a part of his brain that's telling him maybe they're wrong.
Yes. And
It's
then,
crazy.
at some point there had to have been a female. And, we think deep down that person, that you're the exception to the rule.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's hard for him to believe that he lost 4 years of his life. It's hard to believe that there's not a real person waiting for him.
Maybe it'll end up being like Sumit and Jenny, and he becomes best friends with his catfish.
Well, yeah. Except at least Sumit was still a man when he was catfishing Jenny.
True.
One never knows these days.
A married man, but a man.
No, I don't think he was married at that point, Brooklyn. He wasn't married to that woman yet. I don't believe he got married after Jenny to come and then.
Oh right, you're right. You're right. You're right.
He wasn't married at the beginning. He was just blindly lying to her. But they worked through it. And
they're like one of the most successful couples on this show.
I mean, they're still together, right?
That
so
makes
I guess
them successful.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's go to David.
Can I just say, I realize that production is trying to prove a point with him being deaf. But it's overkill. I'm sorry.
What, Wicked? My comment on this, and I have it written down, and I don't write nothing down. When I think production is absolutely doing what you just said, and they've done it for me, because every time I watch the show and it goes silent in that way that it does, it gives me the chills a little bit, and it makes me put myself in his shoes. Do you know, twice I've tried to walk around the house and cover my ears and not hear anything, and it really is quite scary, and it makes you think of what his life is like and how hard it is. And then I thought to myself, if I had to choose, would I rather be blind or would I rather be deaf? And I definitely would rather be deaf because I need my sight.
I think anybody would take deaf over blind. I mean, I would.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, it gives you that feeling. It does. It makes you feel a certain kind of way.
I think so now. I think so now with the deaf part, because for me, I'm very sensory oriented.
Yeah.
And they have vests that I can use for music and feel the beat. So I'd be good because music is my thing. But now they have vests that I have a
That's
vest. It's
awesome,
a
Addie.
thing, and it's fun.
That's awesome.
You know, he was born deaf and like the only one in his family. I could never even imagine like not knowing like what music sounds like.
Anything, John. What is it? What does your loved one sound like? What does rain sound like? What does a bird sound like? What is everything? What does the ocean sound like? And then do you make up sounds in your head because you've never heard a sound?
Right.
So how could you even make them up? You live your whole life with no sound.
And
to people who are born blind, like they don't know like what the color red is, or
Right.
And they really aren't missing out on it, because if you don't know, you're missing out on it.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
And I felt bad for him. Traveling internationally, that has to be hard, right? Like you're saying, like if there's a change in the flight, that someone has to like tap him because he's not going to hear it. It's a disability. It's a big one. But he, it is what it is. He's doing good. But like, this woman, she, he made it seem like, she was also deaf. That was what I was led to believe while watching the first episode. She's also impaired, which she is, but she's really okay. Didn't really have any issues. And, Jasmine, Gino.
Really, Wicked? You're such an instigator.
Get the butt plugs out.
You're so good at doing that secretly.
Such an instigator.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't help it.
And she does it because she knows I can't.
Well, I try to do something witty, and I'm like, this is perfect. Loosen up.
I just feel like they've never had someone deaf on the show before,
right?
So the production is going to capitalize on it, right? Whatever. Then we find out a little bit about Sheila. It's crazy about like sign language, like that each language has their own version of sign language.
Right.
Which I didn't know.
Me neither. I thought it was like universal.
Some ASL, and I didn't realize that. I thought it was it was universal. Like if you said it here, you'd understand it over there. But that's not true.
I wonder if it's like Braille universal.
I think Braille is. I don't know though. I could be wrong. I have no idea, but I shouldn't it be like easier, like if it was a universal sign language where everybody signed the same way?
I thought that's what it was, but I'm learning it's not.
Way back when it used to be, but I bet that the different countries have their different ways of saying things and their different idioms, and so they're going to add things to ASL. Yeah, because ASL is different than sign language, where you sign every word. ASL is more you sign every. You leave out the little words, kind of thing. So that
I could never. I mean, like, hats off. I could never understand.
Oh yeah,
and they're very quick. And,
don't they have apps to where, like, you can talk into it, it'll sign for them, or he
probably.
I mean, they have everything else. Why wouldn't they have a language?
He types pretty fast, I will say. He's got something really good where he can pump that stuff out and is communicating.
No, I love watching it, but it's so fast. And like, we all talk fast, so I guess people would sign fast, like, right? Like, so that makes sense. But it's to think like that each language has their own version of sign language. And, I would just think it would be
wild.
I used to be able to finger spell. I haven't done it. Like, fluent in Spanish it's kind of goes by the wayside if you don't use it. But finger spelling I used to do a lot of. But
what you say, finger? Is it because I'm tight?
Yeah. Finger spelling, like A, B, C, D, E, F, that kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, you said something funny and I missed it.
You did. It went so it's okay.
I wouldn't be me if it didn't go.
I'm surprised Brooklyn didn't call you out.
I'm right here. I'm not saying a word. Notice
I'm gonna have to rewind now.
So Sheila, Rose adjacent Sheila,
I mean, the similarities are crazy.
Yeah.
Has no running water in her house, lives with the parents and her son.
They are
A
so
fire
poor.
and a typhoon took out like 90% of the house, and she has limited electricity and a bucket to shit in.
That she has to go pick up.
It's crazy.
Now, talk about wanting to go to like an Airbnb or a hotel because.
But I mean, how is it that you're talking to this person and you don't somehow show them your surroundings? I mean, you all haven't seen my surroundings, but you all can clearly see I've got a couch. There's a picture on the wall. You know, how can you not see even a tiny bit of someone's surroundings?
Again,
Or even talk about
it. If you think you're in love, if you think you finally found someone, if you have your own insecurity issues, you don't even care.
I'd be at least inquiring minds want to know before I fly over there. I mean,
I certainly would not be like walking into that house, and like I'd be like, no.
right.
No.
And I mean, she didn't even, from what we know right now, she doesn't forewarn him about, okay, I'm very poor. This is where I live. But, dad's okay if he wants to chip in on the rent.
Yeah.
It kind of floored me. I was like, whoa.
Like you pay rent for that? Like
for what? Like for what?
For like some tin in one room? Like I don't,
Like one storm comes and they're gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
That place is already on borrowed time. Like I would think like a light breeze would knock down the rest of it.
The fact that people live this way every day, I mean,
it's insane.
And then we complain like, oh, cable's out for an hour. Can't breathe.
But also at the same time, like, limited electricity, all this stuff. But she found a way to talk to this man across.
And there you go. That's my point.
Yeah. Like
she has an iPhone.
There you go. Thank you.
How do you afford like a phone that can do that? Like, wouldn't that money best be invested
Annie,
in like a new place?
You're right that these men send them, but they meet the men from a phone.
Yeah, and I'm wondering
so that's a thing too.
Like, I wonder what version iPhone they're on. Like, what? We're on i14 or something like that.
I don't care if it was the Apple One.
But I'm just wondering, like the refurbished phones, because they're not getting, well, they could be.
I mean, wicked. I don't know about that. I don't know. Bet she's got a nicer one than me.
Do I have a nicer one than you?
No, I bet she does.
Oh, I've got a Samsung.
I bet she does too. I bet she has like the iPhone like 15 plus
right.
Max. Before it even came out. It's just weird to me. Like these people who live in clear poverty also find a way to have iPhones or Androids.
Yeah.
That like, and she said there's limited, electricity. So if there's limited electricity, where are you getting the internet service? Like how are you charging your phone? I don't know.
Yeah. I go upstate New York for a couple of days and I have no phone. There's no service. How are they getting service?
I go to Brick Township, which is like the next biggest city in by me, and like I get horrible service in Brick for some reason, which makes no sense. But I don't know. I don't know. So what do we think is going to happen when David gets there?
Interesting.
Yeah.
And they can't even talk to each other. She doesn't know the American Sign Language, and she also doesn't know English.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
She doesn't know Filipino.
Oh my God, Stephanie, listen, do me a favor and run. Just run as fast as you can.
See yourself, Stephanie.
We're more entertaining than the show. Trust us on this one.
Get out of here like a roadrunner style and just beep beep and just zoom with the smoke. Like that's how fast you need to run away from this show because oh goodness.
There are worse. I mean, we could have went like old episodes of Honey Boo Boo.
Oh God.
I couldn't have.
Yeah, no.
Oh, God, no. I need
lose
that.
brain cells watching the commercials. I'm like, oh no.
So there wasn't really much that David was on. Like, are we good with him? Because
It wasn't a
was
lot.
pretty-
There was not a lot to say, and I really don't. I do look forward to seeing how they're going to do this. I mean,
Yeah.
I would assume she would need hers to be able to translate. Well, that's what they use as a translator, so they can read.
Right, but he can't hear. If she, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah.
Very
It's,
confusing.
because, and even I wrote down here, Rose had better conditions. And hers weren't that great.
Right.
No,
I agree.
I made a post when they first showed Rose's thing, and there was like lines on. I remember this post. I have to find it. I wasn't being an asshole, but when am I not? And there was like lines on the wall of Rose's house, and I go, "Is that how many people died sleeping in this house?" I'll find it. I'll find it. But yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, Rose did have definitely. It looked
Better
like
than that.
Rose looked like she lived in the Four Seasons.
Oh yeah.
Compared
Compared to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose
Rose looked
we're
like
gonna
she
see
had
a
at least
rat
stable
too at some
walls.
point. I'm sure we're going to see a rat, just like like Big Ed did.
Hi, Engine Joe.
Hi,
Addie, I
Engine
like
Joe.
your followers' names.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, this is babbling with Bobble's friend Engine Joe from her
How is
channel, too.
Bobbles doing, by the way?
She's doing good.
Good.
Yep.
Good. We love Bobbles.
Yes.
Of course, nothing did. Susie Bella is correct. Nothing was worse than MILF Manor.
Oh God, no. I tried watching 5 minutes of that, and I was like, nope.
Yeah, no.
I was like, nope, not gonna happen. All right, so let's get to Riley and Violet.
Nothing says I love you like the
furry goat?
finger and a private investigator.
Have y'all ever had goat before? I never had
I
goat.
love you, babies.
Nope. I'm good.
I knew Brooklyn was going to say no. Right?
Yeah,
Nope.
baby.
And I'm totally good.
Me too.
I would try goat. I seriously would try it. Lamb is good. I would try goat.
I think I had like lamb once in my life, because also that's not like
Just
very
watch
Italian
the lamb
cuisine.
fat. It's a little, but lamb is delicious.
I had like a lamsicle at a restaurant, and those were yummy. Like the lamb chop-isicle, like like the little.
Yeah.
I don't know. She said, oh, that was something else I was watching. Never mind. Sorry, wrong show. I just went down. I forgot I started watching Abroad.
I've never really had anything gamey before. Like Cody's had like deer.
Oh, venison
Like
is my favorite.
venison. I've never had
Venison
it.
is my favorite.
Brooklyn, you've had venison, Brooklyn?
I have, because
My husband-
my family always goes upstate to hunt. I don't care for it at all. Too gamey.
Buffalo is good.
It was very tough.
Oh, Cody keeps wanting me to eat buffalo.
Buffalo's delicious.
I'm not
Kirk
going
made
there either.
buffalo
Sorry,
buffalo
I'm
chili.
out.
It's all these white
Oops,
people that want us to try eating like weird food.
Definitely not happening. I'm out.
My niece said bison is actually really, really good. Like a bison burger.
I just don't have any interest in any of that.
Like the gamiest thing I ever had was like duck, and I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the texture of it. And it was like, we had like, we went to the Chinese food restaurant, and we like the Peking duck, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I was like, oh, it wasn't for me. Oh, Engine Joe ate some raccoon. Ew. Caribou. And look at all these people with these pallets here.
But like
Caribou and elk.
hunters, typically eat what they hunt, which I don't have a problem with.
But we do watch like Hell's Kitchen and MasterChef, and when they do make like venison and stuff like that, I'm like, how it looks on the plate, I'm like, if that was served to me, I would definitely try and eat it.
Yeah.
I had a I did have a lamb shank once, and I was like,
I don't like lamb. I've tried lamb recently, and it was gamey and it was gross.
Gamey meat is a very acquired flavor. You either like it or love it.
The minute I get that
like it
texture
or
and that
hate it.
taste, I could puke. Not for me.
I'm a vegetarian.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I like
Give me
my
a
pork.
piece of filet mignon, and I'm good to go.
I like my cow. I like my cow. I like my pork. I like my chicken. And I'm good.
Done.
Sold.
Yeah.
I like fish. I and I'm open to trying new things, but like, you know, him doing like the goat, the curry goat.
Yeah.
You know,
I would be terrible on like The Amazing Race or anything like that because I couldn't do the food
Not
challenge.
made for me. I'm good.
you just see like the sides, like the potatoes and the rice and stuff like that. Oh yeah.
We were drunk in the woods. Okay.
Engine Joe is awesome. One of the coolest people.
I do like Indian Joe so much already. Then
Yeah, he is a blast.
so that's how it was.
Jeffree Star is raising yaks now, and they said they're good meat. Jeffree Star, he's
He's
I
like
think I know who you're
the
talking about.
androgynous one, right? With the makeup.
Yeah,
Okay. He scares
I
me.
see him in Ulta ads a lot.
I don't know what to call them. I don't. Whatever.
I say she.
area.
I don't know. Whatever.
What does it say?
I
God
don't know.
forgive me for using the wrong pronoun. Whatever
Yeah, we're terribly sorry if
person
we
is. I don't know.
mispronoun you. Terribly sorry.
Bah. And I've also never had curry anything, and I don't think I like it either. So
Oh, I don't like curry at
my
all.
husband makes the best
Yeah.
curry. Oh, it's one of my favorite things.
So there's that.
Can't do
Yeah.
curry. Can't do
Yeah.
that
He
taste.
doesn't do
That
spicy
smell.
curry because I can't handle
Like the
spice.
smell of it freaks me out. Right
Yeah,
there.
the smell of it. Yeah,
and
I
you
smell-
never get it out. Like you can't get away from it.
Taking notes. Taking notes.
Just saying.
I just try it because I never like try new things ever, and it takes like it's like once every decade where like I'll be like, okay, I'll try something, and I'm just always disappointed every time I try to eat something that like I have never had, like the duck. You know, like it was this really expensive Chinese food place, like, you know, and it was.
I just
best
have no
food of all-
desire for that.
Oh my god, it was in Port Jeff, Brooklyn.
Whatever.
It was a Mount Sinai
Oh,
or
yeah.
Port Jeff, and it was like the best duck on Long Island. And I'm like, okay, well, if it's the best duck on Long Island, and like,
I have
No.
no desire for that.
No.
None whatsoever.
What
I'm
about
good.
goose? What about swan?
Teddy.
But I
It
I
does,
don't
Betty.
see. I mean, you know, he's hiring this private investigator. He wants to know if she's lying. He really won't say he loves her. It's like he is so.
Oh, wait.
horny.
So
Why
he
is he in
needs,
a relationship?
listen, during the goat dinner, the dad hands over slides over the phone. By the way, son, I have 8 million texts from her that I just decided to tell you about now, a day before you're leaving. Get the fuck
Yeah.
go eat some goat.
After how long? You've been
This
sitting
whole
on him
time.
how long?
And what did they say? I kind of like skimmed over that part just because I was.
That like your son doesn't love me, that, you know, he's using me, that, you know, he's not committed, blah blah blah.
My
Blah, blah,
mom would have told them to go kick rocks.
I'd say go eat some goat is what I would say.
Go have a duck. Go suck on a
Mom
duck.
should be like, kick rocks. I don't care.
So there's that, and then you know, so he decides to get a PI. Like, what page of the 90-day guidebook did he get this out of? Okay, so hold on. Okay, so where in production does it say try to get a PI on this person, because that hasn't been done before.
I wonder if it's Bo Dietl.
Is it
Bo
Bo
Dietl's
Dietl?
cousin.
Maybe it's Bo Dietl.
I think, you know,
I can't deal with that name.
we'll call
I
him. What's
hear
his
Bo Dietl in my
Filipino
sleep.
name?
Go on.
And
What's
then,
his
you know,
Filipino name?
he's speaking to like this Vietnamese PI, right? Like Magnum Vietnamese PI edition. And he wants, you know, he wants this PI to follow her.
We'll call him Long Duck Dong.
Okay.
That's from 16 Candles.
That was one of the best characters ever.
It was. What's happening in hot stuff?
Another movie I've never seen.
Oh my God, you have to see it.
Oh,
It's
that's
the
one of my
best.
favorites.
And it's
You've
my
never
list.
seen 16, even I've seen 16 Candles, Brooklyn.
John, you're not going to put me down because you eat Olive Garden. So let's keep it moving.
I worked at Olive Garden and they have a delicious
Well, I'm
eggplant
sorry you
parm.
did that.
Whenever I go to Olive Garden, I always get eggplant parm. The only thing I eat from there. Love
It's
it.
probably the only thing edible.
The tour of Italy is pretty good. The lasagna is not bad. I like, 'cause
Oh
I like,
my God, the tour of
Miami.
well, the
Italy.
tour of Italy,
There
in
it
case
goes.
you're not an Olive Garden enthusiast like I am, is a little bit of lasagna, a little bit of eggplant, or is it chicken? Oh, no, it's
We
chicken
had
parm.
one in Massapequa, but
Eggplant.
it closed down.
The one in Massapequa closed down on Sunrise Highway?
Yeah, do you know why? Because
I worked there a few times to pick up
Italian
shifts.
people. Massapequa is AKA Little Italy, and it wasn't doing well because it was fake Italy, so they had to close.
This is 1-800-BODEAGLE.
But that one in Massapequa was there forever.
Yeah, it's done.
Teddy's killing me in the comments.
Oh, that's why Teddy wasn't with us. I'm sorry, Teddy. I hope your cartel doggy feels better. Not to laugh.
He's going to be dressed as 1-800-BODEAGLE.
Listen, you go to your local Olive Garden and you get the eggplant parm and you ask for well done.
I'm Gorda with this eggplant
Because
parm.
I don't like soft eggplant parm. I need my eggplant parm to be very crispy.
You
and
are so picky about everything.
Of course I am. I'm sorry if I just don't put slop in my mouth like you do. It's fine.
No, excuse me. I don't eat at Olive Garden.
Oh, now let's get along.
I'm very finicky about eggplant parm because it has to be very well done and crispy.
Yeah,
So
it's very hard to keep eggplant palm crispy.
well, that's why
Olive Garden does it right.
And you have your soup salad and breadsticks, so there's that.
Bethany Franco tried Olive Garden not too long ago. She was mildly impressed.
Mildly.
Well, Bethany's a big Italian.
But I'm just saying,
really, Bethany's. I mean, and I'm first generation Italian, and Brooklyn is a very Italian. So, and it's okay. You could jab at me for
we'll battle the Olive Garden out.
It's fine. Although the last time we did,
play nice. We don't want to have to put one of you in timeout.
It's fine. I do love Olive Garden. So where are we? Oh, yeah,
Olive Garden would like to sponsor this live.
There you go.
Please reach out.
Maybe they are.
Don't forget those super chats, cash, Venmos.
Anyway,
always appreciated.
So we find out from Long Duck Don that 80% of the women there in Vietnam are lying about something when it comes to.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm not shocked over that.
And that's all I got.
You can't blame these. You can't blame these women there for lying and wanting to find these men. If you live there, wouldn't you want to get out?
Oh yeah.
But
there you go.
Like a new looking cast member coming next week.
Oh yeah, like the semi-religious looking one that goes to church. Can't wait for that.
John, maybe you should go find Jesus.
We live from two different worlds. I don't know how this is gonna work.
And then the family member comes in, tells me it's never gonna work.
That's why I can't stand the show anymore.
I don't know.
John, go have a conversation with Jesus.
Talking about it, we're doing pretty good.
You know what? Like, if you want to make me like this show, I want to see if someone come on the show and the family members be like, "Yeah, go to that place, get fucking railroaded, man. I want to see you lose everything," and that's it. I don't know.
You're gonna have to keep watching because we've got our new friend Julie,
who's not on the show because she's too normal for it.
Right? Because
I gotta tell you though, that she would have really been a perfect candidate.
We really, really would have.
I'm so surprised they didn't grab her.
And them saying to her, we'll get the K1 going. That's the whole point of Before is to see if there's material there to get the K1.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But you're making me do this and I'm reporting.
Oh my Lanta.
Well, it is appreciated.
I think it's enjoyed.
If anything we've learned about Jasmine being tight and not tight at the same time.
Put a 1 in the chat if you're enjoying this show.
They are.
I think we scared away most of the people from my tutorial about the tightness.
Mine is down to very little
at the beginning.
They're all like, "This is not true crime."
Oh no, I mean, kind of, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Dear Addie's people who have been sitting watching a channel do nothing, welcome to my world.
By day, Addie is Law and Crime Network moderator, and then by night she is trash talking 90 Day Fiance panelist.
That's right.
And Real Housewives
And
aficionado.
she switches it on and off really well.
Yeah, we're gonna need We're gonna need a new intro. Everything. It's
true crime people cannot complain about this because we have seen way worse in everything we cover.
And that's all I got tonight. Like, really, is there anything else that we need to talk about this disgusting show that you're forcing me to watch?
I'm impressed.
I think we
2
did.
hours.
We covered the whole great show.
It was wonderful.
Pretty
just
stellar.
It was amazing.
Just it's TV magic one week after another.
So
And
when are we covering Atlanta or the OC?
I think OC is going to be Saturday night.
Okay.
I am open, I think now, because things change.
Oh, you are going to be open for Saturday night?
I will text you and let you know.
Because I didn't watch last night's episode of OC, but I heard that Vicky and Tamara went at it.
Really? I didn't watch it.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw Page 6.
I gotta watch it again.
So I'm probably actually gonna watch it now after we have some goat and an anal tighten.
Go ahead. I hear that tastes like pot roast.
Cody's cooking out that duck as we speak.
So I'm gonna probably watch that now. So let's shoot for Saturday. Can you do it, Brooklyn, on Saturday?
I cannot do it on Saturday.
That's okay.
Sorry.
You know, Brooklyn is 2 nights a week. That's
yeah. I know Teddy said she was available for.
And then we also MTT is also going to be.
MTT is doing OC.
Yeah.
I don't know if Teddy wanted to do Atlanta, or you all can talk about that. I don't want to make the decision for your channel.
I think we have a new member. I don't know on which end, Addie.
Oops. That's yours. It's
Ro.
Yay! Woo!
She's under that. Yeah.
That's Ro Rankin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ro Rankin. Love it. Love that name.
Thank you, Ro.
So yeah, so I guess Saturday night will be OC, and it'll be me and Addie and Wicked and okay.
Oh.
Is that for you, Addie?
No, that was
for you. Well, thank you twice.
There you go. There you go.
So yeah, we'll do OC on Saturday night, and then I still didn't watch Atlanta, to be honest with you. So
because now that
how many episodes in are they?
Oh, we're in deep now. I think we're 6 or 7 in.
I mean, now that Jersey's over, you're only going to be covering 90 Day and OC, right? That's only 2. Shouldn't you have?
Well, at some point we had to pick back up on Sister Wives because we kind of left that
I'm here for it.
hanging. Oh, so you could do 3 nights now that you heard Sister Wives is on the table?
Well, excuse me. Don't be fresh. I will have to figure it out, but I'm here for it.
Does anybody remember where we left off with Sister Wives?
No, but can I ask you, when are they coming back?
I want to say August, September.
Tell us what, Cody.
I want to say.
Or Teddy. Let's see.
What, Teddy? So, in the grand scheme of things, from now on, we'll be covering 90 Day, which you guys have a gun to my brain, so I have to. OC, Sister Wives, and I guess Atlanta.
So this would be season 19, 18?
I just have to get back on a regular schedule where
yeah,
things have been so hectic lately. And we had to start doing the after shows again. So we'll get there. I used to plan. See, oh my God, Susie Bell, you're great. Look at that right there. Season 3, episode 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's where we left off. That's where we left off. Okay. Shit. I was hoping we at least got into season 6, but I didn't realize there was. Damn it, we're still on season 3?
Yes.
Oh my God. All right.
They haven't released it. They just said that they It was renewed in April 23.
I'm
but
going to say around like September,
yeah.
August, September, October, because that's when they came on last year, and we definitely know they're filming. So that's what I'll say. So we still have some time to catch up to that.
What did Teddy tell you? She said, John, guess what? And I missed it.
Well, she said, guess what?
And then
Oh, I will do it all. I will do it all. She said, do it all.
Okay. There we go.
You going to do Gino like Jasmine? Probably 9. I like going live at 9. It's my time slot.
Nine's a good time.
Let me think of. I gotta put this in a calendar because in my head I would think that we could do. We usually do 90 Day on Monday nights, the day after, right?
Yeah.
So then on Tuesday nights we can do Sister Wives, which I think that we were doing before. Wednesday nights we were covering Jersey, but that's over now. So Atlanta. Thursday nights we could do OC because it's on Wednesday night, so it's the day after. And then Friday, Saturday, Sundays, Potpourri.
Or you could do Sister Wives on Wednesdays because Atlanta's on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that would probably make better sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
A calendar.
A calendar?
A calendar.
A calendar.
So,
guys, I need a calendar so I can put all this stuff on the calendar.
So Mondays would be 90 Day. Tuesdays would be Atlanta. Wednesday, Sister Wives. Thursday, OC.
Then
Potpourri.
Friday night would usually be the block party, which we used to do.
Yeah.
And then
Saturday, free for all.
And then on Sunday we rest like Jesus. Thank God.
Oh gosh.
That got me.
And that's biblical, okay? All right, so that sounds good to me. I like that lineup.
Someone write that down.
Okay,
that'll be the order of operations from now, and then we'll start doing the after shows again, and then then the slumber parties and the stuff for the housewives here, and we'll figure it out, and we'll get back to normal. Just things have been so chaotic lately.
We're almost there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're gonna have fun.
I missed most of April and May on YouTube because of all this nonsense. So I'm trying to get back.
So we're gonna have fun till the daddy takes the T-bird away.
I was gonna say.
And then we'll do them on both our channels like we've been doing, right?
Sorry to all my true crime people.
And I would like to personally apologize to anybody who didn't like my fisting tutorial or the CD player with that, or any of that. But
very educational.
It is. I am a teacher. I'm a trained teacher. So I mean,
you got to be in the know. The more you know.
There goes. Oh wait, what'd you say?
The more you know.
Hold on.
No. That's right.
There you go. I was afraid to play the music because I don't know if I'm gonna get yelled at from it.
I need to check into some stuff on.
There it is.
Quick.
Usually 9, Teddy.
All right, guys. You all have a great night.
We will.
You too.
And then we'll see you, I guess, on Saturday for OC. And then next week, I'll set my lives up for the week like I used to.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'll pop in the chat, but tomorrow's my fun Friday, so.
And then we'll get it back. We'll get back on track. I promise.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for Addie's chat for being here. And nice.
Thanks to all new members. Thanks, Addie's channel.
Nice meeting all you nice new people. And I'm sorry in advance. And now and
we're gonna flood the market with John Yates.
Everybody have a great night. Good night.
Good night.